Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as Germany. So remember, this is going to be the last episode before we go on our vacation here. We will be gone for about 10 days, so that is going to be on that Wednesday, I think it's the 28th, is when the next HOI4 Germany video will be. If you're curious why we are taking this sudden vacation with such short notice, and it's months before our planned vacation, which was in September, which we'll no longer be taking. If you're curious why, then at the end of this episode, I might briefly go over that and explain it, just for those that are wondering why we're taking the vacation right now in July, which we don't typically do. I think since we had a channel, I think we've done one July vacation. Usually we do it at different periods, just because this is typically a better month for the channel. So we don't usually do it in July. So those that are curious, I'm going to briefly go over that and talk about our vacation at the end of the video, since I know not everybody cares about such things. But yeah, we will not have an episode for quite a while, guys. 10 days. So we'll be back after that. Should be fun, though. We always enjoy having a little bit of time off. One of the things I forgot to do last episode is move the planes here. You know, moved all the units, but didn't get the planes. We want to probably send some of them to the English Channel, kind of help us out there, and then they can help us out in England if we land. We don't know if we'll be able to or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's move the better ones, the ones with a little bit more experience, over here. And just get that guy off that and put onto the naval strike. Can help us out over there. And with these ones, we're going to move them over to the Eastern Front, of course. Just see where we want them. I mean, we have every zone, or maybe not. Looks like some of the fighters here, I assigned some there, but they're not there. Let's see what happened. Okay, he just lost the region he was assigned to. Not sure if we lost. Oh, we lost that airbase. That's what happened. Okay, so that makes sense. And then he can no longer reach this. Okay, I see what happened there. Okay, so let's go and get these guys moving. We could actually have them here to help out with this invasion. I guess that's what we'll do. We'll have them over here. And we'll have them help with our invasion. Now, I suppose for now, they'll just help out with bombing ships. If there are any over here, which there's a few, not many. Okay, so everything should be good to go over there. We can focus solely on this Soviet front. Try and get the Soviets knocked out. I'd love to get them knocked out in this this episode so we can have the peace treaty, guys. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, it'd be a great way to, you know, to end the last video before the vacation, I think. All right, let's go ahead and get a. Although I think we actually have a yellow front. Yeah, we do have a yellow front here. Let's just get them, like, increase the size of it down to right there, and maybe decrease it a bit as well. Kind of make, well, you know what? I guess we'll keep it right here. We'll decrease their front, though, a bit. There we go. Beautiful. So, yeah, I really just need to get some of these victory points taken. It's going to be key to getting this done. And just making sure units are pushing forward here. Alright, and he's going to go grab all that territory. Yeah, making good progress. Let's get that unit there destroyed. Light tank against a medium tank, but the medium tank is cut off, and frankly, I have faith in our division designs that we're better than them. Instead of going that way, let's go over this way. And let's make sure this guy's pushing forward here, and that he's going to stop them. Any madness they're trying over there. Alright, so Gorky is ours now. Let's go ahead and get these connected here. And same thing here. Get that territory taken. And I got some tank units here that could be attacking. Let's go that way. Alright, beautiful. Remember, every province we're taking is helping us to getting the Soviets defeated. Frankly, not enough units down here, so let's go ahead and fix that. Take some of these. Get them moving over to that front. Shouldn't need as many here. But you actually gotta have these divisions assigned here, don't we? Yeah, they're all taken off. Don't really won't need this many. So, you know, let's go and have this guy go over to this front then. Alright, beautiful. Alright, so these units here are all moving. Let's go ahead and get them coming to this front so we can get it done. There's a lot of victory points over here, guys. Quite a few victory points. So that is going to get them much closer towards capitulation if we can get that territory taken. These guys are now wanting to take off. Let's go and attack over this way. We'll have them help out taking that province for us. Not a lot of victory points up here in the north, of course. We got this one here worth 3 points. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot over here. Let's have this guy push forward here. He's going to go up around this unit and get that guy cut off there. And this guy here can be pushing forward. And you don't actually, let's just grab those two. And this guy can go over here. Alright, beautiful. Go and dip down to the south. We'll have this guy go over towards that victory point. Let's start wrapping these units up here. Trying to get all this taken care of. And this guy's going to start clearing out this area. And let's have that guy take care of that province there. So we get the improved artillery upgrade. Starting to get some techs done, and then we're moving a little bit faster here. Because we are behind on all these techs. Kind of have fallen behind on the techs a little bit here. And lost another plane there. Okay. It's not too big of a problem. Let's just take a look, see if things are done training. They're not yet. Might give them a Rommel for the invasion of Britain. That'd be one potential option. Let's go ahead and have these guys take care of that. Well, this unit comes up this way. And somebody's got to wrap that guy up, so let's have him do it. I'm actually able to go this way here. Alright, looking good. Again, I do expect we should be able to get them capitulated this episode, especially if we continue, like, focusing on getting victory points. And hopefully should get them to capitulate. There are a lot more units down here than I was anticipating. They must have moved them through the port, or had them down here already, but I think we would have seen them if that was the case. So I think they probably moved them through the port here. Alright, let's go grab that province up. And some of these guys are not wanting to move, probably because the Americans are down here and causing us supply issues. I don't really see the point on building infrastructure when this close to finishing the war up. I don't think there's much point. Alright, so he's continuing grabbing those victory points. Alright, so he's gonna go grab that for us. Let's just get across the river here and make him fight us. And how's this guy going? Okay, so he's going over this way, so we'll have him go this way then. Alright, shoot towards that victory point. And let's go and attack that unit there. And I guess we're gonna go grab that airbase. Yeah, not really much victory points up here in the north. Do need to get this front advanced though, get all this territory taken. That guy's just sitting there, not doing anything. Alright, so here's another unit just kind of sitting here not doing anything, so let's go ahead and fix that. So he's going to go up towards that province. We'll have this guy go towards that one then. Alright, so he can now advance. Have him go this way, although somebody's already doing it. Okay, never mind. We'll attack that unit then. And this guy could be advancing up along here. Get that unit there cut off. And let's go and cut off that unit, then get him destroyed. We'll stop this and instead go this way. Still need to get more units down here, frankly. I wouldn't really want to attack the mountains there, but we're winning, so might as well keep it going. They're trying to attack us here, going across the river, attacking into rougher terrain. Probably not the wisest thing to do. That's what they're doing, so we don't need to worry about that, honestly. Oops. Him to go grab these, and him to go into that undefended mountain province. Alright, let's actually go this way. Getting that one mountain unit destroyed there. Let's go ahead and see how things are going up here. So this guy is almost to the victory point, so let's just go and have him go after the next one then. Oh yes, that's right. Last episode, I wanted to see how we were doing in the specific wars here. To see who has the most, points against the Soviet Union. This does not include the other faction. But we have 79% in the German-Soviet War. In the British-American War, we have 38%, so much lower percentage here. And then there's the British-German War, which we have 50%. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure why these are two separate conflicts. I'm guessing because we haven't pulled everybody into all these. Yeah, it's interesting, these two separate conflicts. Okay. So that's how we're looking at each war. This is the important one. So this is the one we're about to have peace treaty for. And we're at 79%. We cannot see. Yeah, we just cannot see how it is against the when you consider the other faction. It's kind of the problem here. Yeah, so we don't know. I mean, I assume that we would have the most points because we took so much territory. But you know what? The Japanese took a lot of casualties, and they could have more points. Because basically, who the country capitulates to, like who gets possession of that territory, is based off of who like did the most work. And so yeah, I'm curious whether all this territory is going to go to us or Japan here. I assume us, but I guess we'll find out soon. Let's go ahead and just see how we've been doing in the air. Still a lot of British ships over here in the channel. No success sinking those. Let's take a look at the Red Army and see if they're ready to go. They are. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is make a few adjustments here. Let's get these guys out there, helping us out, doing the convoy raiding. And do want to change up their icon, of course. And then rather than have them do their current order, we're going to move them over to naval invasion support, so they'll help with one of those invasions, at least protect it. Hopefully they don't get engaged. We'll find out. So I assume they're going to move over to that one. Yeah, the closest one. So wait till they get over there. They did get bombed as well, just going out there briefly. So we might want to let them, repair up a little bit. Because I assume we're repairing all those. But maybe not. They might not repairing because they didn't take very much damage. Yeah, there's a lot of planes over here, guys. I think we're going to want to move. Do we have planes assigned into this area? Oh, okay, we actually have a tactical bomber over here. He's not even doing anything. Alright, well, let's have him switch over to the English Channel. No, actually, let's have him support this invasion with the close air support. And those guys are over there. How far until they're ready here? It's going to be a long time, so let's instead move the planes over here so we can get some support there. And then with these guys, let's also move them over here. Provide some close air support for that invasion. Alright, so that looks good. Might need to move some of the planes over here. Maybe not, though. Looks like we're still in all of these regions right now. Yeah. We don't have any assistance here, though. See if we have them double stacked anywhere. We do. So let's actually move some of these planes down here, then. Just kind of help us out in this region so we have a little bit more success. Alright, so that's looking good. Alright, so that's all been taken. Beautiful. Have this guy advance over to here. Help out that defense. And we'll be soon doing that invasion of Britain. Again, just wait until all of our planes get moved. We'll give it a few days, and then we'll do it. We'll do the invasion. And hopefully that'll be a success. Alright, get those guys moving over there, and then this guy can take care of all this for us. Yeah, got a lot of territory to kind of fill in here. And this guy can go up over here, make sure nobody breaks out. Okay, so our units are now much further north now than they were. Alright, so this guy here, we'll just work on taking territory. It's really the key now. It's not so many victory points left to take. Alright, get that taken. Excellent. So yeah, just looking for units that aren't moving so we can get them pushing forward. And then this guy here, we'll just have him go grab all that. I know that's not his front, but that's okay. And let's go ahead and have this guy take that victory point. He's still moving towards that province. Well, this unit here could help us with this territory. Alright, so he's still moving towards that victory point. Alright, yeah, this is looking good. I want to wipe out that mountain unit that's currently cut off. Alright, so yeah, getting this territory here I think is the key. I think this is where the victory points are that we need in order to get the win here, guys. Because yeah, you can see their current capital is in this region. So you're not surprising that we have to take more of this territory. Alright, so he's going over, we're going to have him change his orders then. Have these guys go over here. Again, just get on this territory taken. Yeah, I think that's what the problem is the lack of victory points that we have from the Caucasus region. Just go straight over and attack these guys this way. Yeah, that should result in him getting destroyed. Yeah, but I think that's the problem, guys. That we don't have the Caucasus region. That's the reason why they haven't capitulated yet. Because I did expect them to capitulate by this point here. But yeah, if we don't have the Caucasus, then that would cause some issues. Since there's a lot of victory points here. You know, this one's worth 10 victory points. You got 1 there, 3 there, 1 there, 5 there. So yeah, getting these victory points might be enough with what we've already done. But yeah, a lot more units over here than I was anticipating, guys. Let's just, I'm not even gonna worry about, they're all cut off, so it doesn't really matter. Let's just push forward here, guys. Got more of the Yellow Army units coming down here. Can't let any of these ones that we have here leave. Let's get all that taken care of. This guy here can push forward. Tank unit, let's go ahead and have him. I guess we'll come towards that victory point. Again, the key here is just getting the victory points now. Somebody will wrap that up there. That'll free up this unit here to move to another part of the front. And this guy's taking care of that, so let's have this tank unit move over to here. And I think that's probably good enough for the British invasion. So let's go ahead and take a look at the current naval battles out here in the sea, and then we'll look at doing the naval invasion. Alright, so sunk some convoys. I don't know if we've been attacked anywhere. I know we have potential naval invasions here. Yeah, it looks like they might invade here, and not a lot of troops defending, so this is definitely a risk. Yeah, they're going to invade onto this territory here. So that's a threat, but it's not one we have to worry about if our invasion here is successful, I don't think. So let's go ahead and get it done. Let's send them off, and we'll see what happens here, guys. Remember, they do still have a lot of ships out there. So this is definitely a risky invasion, putting 12 divisions out into the sea, a sea zone that we don't particularly control. Let me take a look, see how much longer till these guys are done. They're not quite halfway. Okay, just wanted to check up on that. They're all assigned to that front, right? We might not have been able to assign the whole. Yeah, I don't think we were able to assign the whole army because of these 2 invasions. It's taken up too much. So yeah, we have the invasions going for the British Isles. We'll see how that ends up going. It's really hard to say, honestly, if we'll be successful or not. Just have to wait and see. So still trying to get this territory here wrapped up. Let's get across that undefended river. These troops here are completely surrounded. So we'll get them destroyed soon. Let's go ahead and help out there so we don't get ourselves cut off here. And let's make sure, yeah, this guy's coming over to this front. And let's put these guys over to this front here. That 1 division there can get this wrapped up. As soon as he's done, we'll make sure he comes to this front. Beautiful. Alright, so yeah, advancing along that front there. Let me just see what we've gotten. Yeah, it looks like we just got a dockyard, so we'll just put them into the sub-hunters for now. And we are out in the sea. That means the British ships are going to bomb us as we try and protect our troop convoys. It looks like the invasion here might be successful. It depends on how hard the convoys get hit by the enemy ships and planes. Here it does look like the invasion of Plymouth is, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, but it does look like we'll probably fail. What we might want to do is make sure that we have, oh God, we got to protect our planes here. I was going to put more fighters there, but you know it's more important to protect our bombers and as well as our ships here with the fighters. So yeah, I don't think we'll be able to change that up at all. Could have pulled some from over in this area though. It's too late now though. I think it's fine. It's not going to be because of the lack of planes that we lose there, guys. We'll lose there because they have a lot of divisions defending that territory. Enough anyway to get the job done. Let's go and take all that territory. And this guy's attempting to leave here after pushing all the way up there. We don't want that. Let's go ahead and have guys push up this way. You can just go grab all this territory again. It's just filling in non-victory point provinces at this point. It's really just the key here is just getting all this filled in. Yeah, there's just not even any victory points anymore to go for. So yeah, we'll just advance up along any territory. Let's hope we get this done. And of course, all this is helping us with our war participation as well, so it is helpful. And let's go ahead and attack down here. Alright, looking good. Got all of our guys some orders. And I think this is the key here, once we get the win here. Let's go and dip back on over to this front. We might have one successful invasion and one loss. That's what it looks like. The invasion that got support from the fleet might be successful, while the one that didn't will fail. In fact, we could end up losing a lot of troops in the sea because our convoys here are being engaged. Could end up losing that entire 12 divisions, actually. We'll just have to see. We did get the modern rubber processing, so that'll be helpful. That's more rubber. Working on these here. I don't think we're going to work on any 1943 tanks. There's just too much stuff that we need right now. Let's go and get the atomic research going. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that. Though I don't know if we'll ever be in the campaign long enough to need nukes, considering how rapidly this has been going. You know, we joined the war really late, but here it is 1942, and we've almost defeated all of our enemies. It's just Britain and Japan are the two key enemies. For the Soviet Union, I'm considering them essentially done. Because they kind of are done. There's really not much left to them. Just as far as how many more, how close to capitulation, 94%, guys. So it's still a bit of work to be done here. We did win there, excellent. Let's go and push forward here, since that unit is about to have that province taken. And we're also going to attack, no, we're not going to attack, this guy can't win. Alright, so we'll have to wait. Alright, so he's taking that province. These guys are attempting to reconnect, they shouldn't be able to do it though. Let us get some organization back before we attempt an attack there. Let's see if we've landed here. Not yet. Don't know if we'll be able to either. This one clearly looks like a failed invasion here. Yeah, that's definitely not going to work, guys. Excellent. So we no longer are being engaged here, which means our fleet can focus on helping out here. But you can see we are still being bombed. There still is a threat there. These tanks here, of course, are going to join any port that ends up being successful. If any of them end up being successful, which even that one that's right now currently successful is not guaranteed to achieve success. He's going up this way. Okay, so what we'll do is have him go that way, and then he'll go up here. And let's go and push forward here. Actually, we'll have him go through here, and then this unit can go grab that province for us. Alright, let's go and start wrapping up this territory here. And same thing here. You can just get these taken care of. And all these divisions will be freed up to go elsewhere. A little snaky line here that's still remaining. Yeah, these guys are moving to different fronts. We don't need them to do that. We need them to take territory, man. And go through here. This guy can finish. Wait a minute. This guy will finish this up. Not entirely sure where all these divisions are going. Let's have this guy go through here then. Yeah, not sure where they're all going. I'm trying to leave though. Let's have him go through here, and then after that, we'll have him go after that victory point, I suppose. See how we're doing here. We can push him forward right there. He's going towards the current Soviet capital. He's going to take this province here, and this guy should be staying here. It looks like a lot of these divisions are leaving here. Can't have that madness. Let's go and attack right there. And let's just attack there. If he gets to that province, it's fine. We'll try and stop him right there. Okay. So yeah, just really trying to get these Soviets capitulated, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get it done or not in time for the end of the episode. We still have time. Remember that history does take a while, though, so that's what I'm most concerned about. It does look like this will be successful, though, so that's good. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a failure. None of the divisions have been destroyed yet, despite those submarines engaging them. But we want to keep the submarines there. We could, like, pull that part of the invasion back. I'd rather them sit there and attack them than attack our currently successful invasion. I know we have the fleets protecting them, but yeah, I'd prefer the submarines stay over there, even if we have to lose some troops. We have not taken very high casualties, which is actually going to impact our war participation since we have done so well not taking casualties. So I think it's fine to you know, lose a few troops here and there. We'll put these into armored cars. As you can see, we have a very high need for those for all the garrisons that we're currently doing. There are a lot of garrison troops out there. I'm just going to grab that. Again, just fill in all this territory in here. And somebody should be taking care of all this for us. He's going to go that way while he will go this way. I think he's going up along that way, so let's have this unit go through here. And get this all taken. Alright, looking good. Alright, so he's taking care of that. Let's just have him go here instead. Yeah, a lot of units just kind of sitting around here. Can't have this madness. You guys got work to do, man. Alright, beautiful. This guy can actually push forward here. Oops. Alright, so somebody should be wrapping all this up. I think I assigned some people, but let's just make sure even if we got multiple units doing the same thing, it's fine. Yeah, just want to get this done here. We'll have this guy go ahead and take care of all that for us. And this guy will instead go up this way. And make sure somebody's taking care of that for us. Okay. Yeah, looking good. He's almost to that victory point, so we'll just give him some additional orders here. Invasion does look like it's going to be successful. We have lost more and more planes. We did lose some convoys as well, so that's going to hurt our invasion force. We sunk some submarines there. Over here, I assume we lost, yeah, several convoys. Not enough to destroy any of the divisions, but yeah, these guys are not doing well. We are shooting down a lot of planes, though, so they're taking some heavy plane casualties in their attempts to bomb our invasion fleets, and yet it's not successful as of right now. They haven't sunk any ships. Got a couple convoys, but not enough to really hurt us just yet. Still winning that invasion, so looks good. These guys are not going to be successful, so let's just we'll let them go, I suppose. And let's just, you know, I don't really want to attack that way. That would be silly. Let's go this way instead. And we're going to attack that cav unit there. We'll keep that attack going, even if it is currently a failure, because it might change up here soon. And let's make sure these units stop moving. I keep trying to leave this front for whatever reason. Yeah, they just are, they just keep flipping back and forth between the two fronts. Again, it's a really strange thing the AI does, but, you know, we're used to it at this point. They've always kind of done that. You know, bounce back and back and forth between fronts very inefficiently. Just gotta gotta watch them and stop them from doing that kind of stuff. Nobody took care of this guy. Okay, let's have him do it here. Somebody do it. Anybody? Doesn't matter. In fact, you know, just to make sure it gets done, we'll send one unit over there. Alright, so this is all getting taken care of here. Let's have this guy go across here now. And we did have one of our big ships get hit kind of hard here. Let's just see. Yeah, the carrier's at 53% health. We got a 25% here health for one of our heavy cruisers. Battleship. Yeah, I think this might be that heavy cruiser. Yeah, this is again, if it ends up being a successful invasion, then whatever ships we lose will be worth it. But you know, if we lose some capital ships, that'll be unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. But right now, we're still successful, guys. So keep it going. And just trying to get these damn Soviets knocked out. And you got to conquer a lot of their territory. It's a big old country. So that's not going to be successful. We're going to stop that then. So we'll cut that guy off since we were finally able to achieve victory there. Alright, so let's go and just start at the top of this front and make sure everybody's moving. Yeah, you can see we got a ton of units not doing anything. Alright, and this guy here, just have him continue going that way. These tanks are just so quick. Oops. They end up sitting around a lot. Not doing anything. Could put the AI in control, but yeah, I think you'd just see more madness and weirdness happening if we did. A lot of these units need to move the additional parts on the front. Alright, so he's going after that. Excellent. Let this guy clear this up here for us. Yeah, this guy's going to grab all this here. Alright, excellent. Alright, so destroying that unit now as we speak. Alright, and I kind of like leaving a little hole for them to come put units in if they want to. They're just waiting for this damn invasion, and we were successful. Excellent. So what we want to do now is let's delete this here, and then we're going to want the entire army to come on over here into this front since we have a successful invasion. You know, actually, let's not do that. Let's do this a little bit differently. Let's set up a different invasion. I should have kept that one, but it's too late now, obviously. Shouldn't have deleted that. We'll keep them over here, all of them. We didn't lose a division, but I don't have a division somewhere. Where'd he go? I'm not entirely sure where he's at. But yeah, let's send these guys into this front here. Let's go and give these troops some orders. Yes, we have landed in Britain, guys. So that's fantastic. What we'll want to do, since we're no longer over here, we're going to want to make sure we take one of these fighters here then. And have, let's see where he's at. So those guys are there. That's fine. Let's actually move this guy, though. Over here. He's helping us out there. So we have a little bit more fighter support. And let's go and start pushing forward. I want to take much of the divisions here. Have them attack over that way. Alright, excellent. Make sure we get that victory there as we kind of push those fronts forward, and we wait for the tanks to get across the channel. We're engaging some troop convoys here. I don't know if they were looking to do the invasion there, and if we just stopped them, I don't know where else those guys would be going if they weren't doing a naval invasion. So it probably was a naval invasion. Alright, so I was hoping to get the Soviets defeated before the successful invasion of Britain, so that we can do the peace treaty here. But yeah, again, it's just taking a little bit longer than I was anticipating to get them knocked out. And a big part of that is because we have so much territory to fill in. So much territory that's not yet taken. Yeah, it's just a lot of territory that needs to be taken, honestly. We'll keep these guys on this front here. But again, getting that one right there will be huge for us on getting this capitulation. Let's go and attack there and attack over here now. And also we're attacking into mountains, which is always going to be rough. It's never a easy thing to do. Attack those guys there. Alright, beautiful. I wonder if there's any victory points. Nah, there's not. So it doesn't really matter what we're taking here, as long as we're just taking territory. Let's go to attack right there. Grab the province behind him. Yeah, because the key here is just taking provinces. Alright, let's get these tanks here going after that territory. This unit here will fill this in. And this guy will fill this in. Alright, lots of territory here left to fill in. Alright, we're starting to have a lot more of these orange units up here now. So that's helpful. So yeah, this area was not very well defended or manned for a long time. Alright, let's go and go up towards that victory point, I suppose. And just trying to get these damn victory points. And just going across the mountains here, which is completely undefended, which is really good because you don't have to go across that territory where it's defended. Those mountain provinces would be kind of rough. Alright, so let's go and grab this territory here. This guy would do all this. And these guys will go here. And you know what? Let's send another unit over to this this here more important front. We're just not moving quick enough. Let's go attack that unit, get him destroyed. Oh yes, the damn British front. See, that's why I didn't really want to have to be doing this here. We got the Red Army units over here. But yeah, now we're in a tough position. We didn't move fast enough. Yeah, we're probably going to have to sit on the defense, actually. There are invasions from our American allies that are now successful. That's where I was going to invade. So we might not have to do that. But basically, this one invasion here will kind of serve as a distraction where all the British will send divisions over here and they'll empty out many of their port provinces and allow us to start invasions from there, as well as our allies. So that all that's going to help us. All right, so what we could do is change up the invasion here, but let's see if the Americans end up being successful over there or not, because they could end up failing. Yeah, I think this here is going to be stymied now, and really we can just hope to defend it. Yeah, I don't know that we'd be able to attack across here. I don't think the units are strong enough to defeat that many British divisions, because they have a lot defending their homeland, which isn't surprising. The British often do, but it's not going to be as bad as it would be when you're doing like a 1944, 1945 invasion, where there just is a stupid number of divisions in the British Isles. We're not going to have to worry about that because it's only 1942. So it should be a little bit easier than usual, is what I mean. So yeah, I gotta get this area here wrapped up again, just really trying to make that happen. And there we go. Soviet Union has capitulated, which means we just got the peace treaty. All right, excellent. I was a little bit worried we wouldn't be able to do this before the end of the episode, before I went on vacation. So it's very nice that we got this done. And because we got the most points, we do get the first turn. British get the second turn. Japan. That's surprising. The British actually have more against the Comintern than the Japanese do. Okay, I was expecting Japan to be second. Very, very close. But essentially, they're the same faction, as is Italy, so I think their faction might actually have more points overall. Alright, so Poland was not, part of the Comintern. They got attacked by the Soviet Union, so that will not be in this peace treaty, but France will. And as far as what territory we're going to take, Alsace-Lorraine is obviously rightfully German. So we're going to take Alsace-Lorraine. But we're playing democratic, so we're not going to be annexing everything. We're just going to look to annex territory that we think is rightfully ours, which would be Alsace-Lorraine, Danzig, Memel. I don't know if we'll take anything else over here against the here on the Polish border, because you could make an argument that some of the Polish lands Germans claim too, but at the very least Danzig and Memel over here we'll want to take in that next peace treaty. But for this one, the only thing we're going to annex here in Europe will be Alsace-Lorraine. However, when it comes to building an empire, a colonial empire, I feel like that's something that the Germans would want to do. So we might want to take over some of this territory here. Now, obviously, this might not go to us. It might still be occupied by the Japanese. In fact, I don't know that we'll have the points to take this because it's so darn expensive. It's probably not the best use of our points, frankly. So I don't think we're going to do that because it's occupied by Japan. Instead, we should probably just puppet countries. I think that'd be the best way to do this. Could take that there. I don't think there's anything over there. I think these are the two good ones. So I don't know if there's a point on taking that one, unless we were trying to get control of all this here. It would only be 13 points. So I think we will take that one there. And then could take the Portuguese territory as well and trying to build an empire in Africa. I think the priority should be, after taking that little blotch of land, should probably be getting all these countries puppeted. Yeah, I think that would be wise. So yeah, let's go and start doing that. We're going to want to... How do we want to do this? Just try and puppet them all at the same time, I suppose. Although we're not puppeting, I guess. Technically, we'll be liberating, right? Liberating or doing the supervised state. Or it could even do a satellite state as well. That'd make it into a puppet state. The supervised state is a collaboration government. So that would be an option. Or we can just straight up liberate different countries from them. And I think that's something we would want to do. What happens if you do the supervised state? What territory goes to them? That territory over there. So that's not good. That's why it's so damn expensive. So we might have to do it the difficult way of taking all states and then picking what territory we want to go to the Soviets. I think that might be the only way to go about doing this. Of course, we can obviously just satellite them. I don't know if this would... I'm looking for the Soviets. Let's see if that's an option here. It's Armenia, Georgia. Yeah, not seeing one for the Soviets, so I think the option for that would be the supervised state here, which I think is temporary. So what we have to do, and it's such a pain in the butt, but what we're going to have to do is take all states it's just so ridiculous. And then free up Moscow, and then create the supervised state in Moscow, and then cancel all this. It's the worst when you have to do this with the Soviets, because obviously they have the most states in the game, I think. So yeah, real pain in the butt. But we do have to do it this way if we want their capital to be in Moscow. Otherwise, it's going to cost us a fortune to try and make their capital in Japanese-held territory, which is kind of weird. But again, peace treaties are really strange in HOI4 sometimes. So we're going to do that with every country here. So same deal with France, although hopefully we don't have to do it that way. And we do. Why is this so broken? Is it not doing it over here? It is. It's doing it in all the Japanese territory, costing us a fortune. Huh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they're doing it that way. It's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, so they're making this peace treaty very time consuming because of this. France is going to be a difficult one as well, because they have all that colonial territory. So what we want to do is take that and then satellite, or excuse me, supervised state for France, and then again cancel this. It's just a real pain in the butt. I don't know why it's going down that way. It's ridiculous. These peace treaties need to get adjusted, though. They've been needing to get adjusted, frankly. All right, so that's France. I assume we're gonna have to do it with every country, guys, because it's just not working the way that it should. All right, so same thing with Spain. We'll take a look. So that would work with Spain. All right, so that's good, though it is satellite in the entire country here, which does mean, or most of the country, which means it's going to be very expensive. So you might want to wait to do Spain. We can do Spain. Yeah, we'll do Spain next. Okay, so supervised state in Spain. Let's try and do Portugal as well. These are all satellite. Let me see. Nope, won't work with Portugal, unfortunately. So we'll have to again do the take all states, and that's not Lisbon. I think there, yeah, that's Lisbon right there. And then what we'll want to do, supervised state, and then again. Luckily, Portugal does not have as much territory, so a little bit easier to be done there. All right, so Portugal's done. Chinese, Mongolia, French, Syria, all that territory. Yeah, I don't know that we'll want to do all that. I think we'll probably just want to create our own little German colonial empire. Because, yeah, I don't think that Germany, even a democratic Germany, which we are still a monarchy. You know, we are, we're a constitutional monarchy. So we still have the Kaiser in government, and probably doesn't have that much power, but he's still there as a figurehead. Maybe could be the head of state, and then he could have like the chancellor's the head of a government. But yeah, we do still have the Kaiser there, and he always wanted to build an empire, and I think it's fitting to build a German empire because they always wanted to. And, maybe today's Germany might not, but 1940s Germany, even as a democracy, I think would do it. So yeah, we could take territory here. We could just free everybody too. That'd be an option as well. Just kind of like liberate everybody and say, we're not going to do too much colonialism. That'd be an option as well. Like maybe not get involved in Africa. Maybe just free Africa. Yeah, that might be an option. Yeah, I suppose we'll do that. We'll just free Africa up. Syria here. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, probably just create the supervised state here in Syria. Yeah, they can have Damascus there, I suppose. That's the capital. That's fine. Maybe a supervised state is over here as well. That's pretty expensive. It looks like we're out of points. Oh, okay, we might have ran out of points a while ago. I wasn't paying attention. All right, well, let's cancel the supervised state with Portugal. Yeah, clearly that was the one that was affecting us here. And I don't think we had enough points to really do anything else here, guys. I can try to see if any of these are cheaper. Yeah, you could do Syria still, because that one's pretty cheap. That one's really expensive because that one's held by one of our enemies. So yeah, we'll just do this here. Let's go ahead and say end turn. And we did everything we wanted to do. So that's good. Now the British have taken a bunch of territory. I should have expected that they'd take all that African territory. So that's what they did with their points. For whatever the reason, the Japanese have decided to do nothing, which is strange. I would have thought they would have done, like, tried to take this territory over here in Indochina. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the Japanese are doing. But now we have to work to take all this territory for our, our new satellite states here. And so that's what we're going to be doing with all our points from here on out. But we do have to finish up Portugal, because remember, we got to redo them. We'll try and do the supervised state and see if it works. It doesn't. All right, so we'll have to take all states, free up Lisbon, do the supervised state, and then remove these. All right, so there's Portugal. So I suppose we'll want to work on the French first, since the British might be interested in taking this territory. I don't know if they will or not. But yeah, let's go and start giving territory to France. Go ahead and start just taking it all around here until we run out of points. We won't worry about the colonies. We got too much territory to take. We got all Spain, or I guess most of Spain's done. We got the rest of Spain. I suppose you could just argue to finish up Spain real quick. We could also free these too. That would always be an option. So yeah, we could like free Catalonia into the Republic of Catalonia. So that'd be an option. But I don't think we're going to do that. We're not going to break them up. Let's give them their current territory, guys. So I was going to do Spain to get it finished up, but apparently we took too much French territory. So we'll have to do that. Alright, so I don't know if there's anything cheaper that we could do. Doesn't look like. Could always give Corsica to France. That's pretty cheap. Let me see if like a 30-something pointer would work. Yeah, you could do the 36 pointer instead. It's just the 41 points we didn't have. All right, so that's gonna be it. We already know there's no more points, guys. We didn't do French Syria, did we? Yeah, I don't think we. Oh, we did. We just have to give them the territory. Okay. All right, excellent. So that's good. Let's go and enter turn. We'll see what our enemies do. Looks like, yeah, they're continuing taking French territory in Africa. Okay, so Japan now has the most points. So we might see them do some stuff next episode. So we wanted to finish up Spain. They only have one province left to take. Now let's go and continue working on France. Also got to get all that Portuguese territory to them. But yeah, we're going to focus on Europe, guys. Just get all the European territory dealt with first. I don't know that we'll be able to do very much because Japan has so many points. Might be able to get some cheap stuff up over here. Alright, so that's 12 points right there. That might be it. We'll see if we can get anything for like Syria, because it's really cheap, Syria. All this territory here. But we're out of points, so let's go and enter turn. Let's see what the Japanese did with all those points they had. So they're taking territory from the Soviets, as well as liberating, creating a satellite state here. So yeah, the Soviets already lost this here. They might lose further territory over here. It's gonna be kind of expensive, I think, for us to get it. We'll see what happens there, guys. I'm not too worried about all this side of things. Let's focus again on Europe. I feel like we have limited points, and our enemies have a lot of points. So let's just focus on Europe. Yeah, we can't even get every point for France right now. So let's see if we can give anything to Portugal that's maybe a little bit cheaper than that one French province, which was kind of expensive. So we'll see if we can't. Well, maybe not. Theirs are pretty expensive too. Could give them some of this territory they have out here, though, because that's nice and cheap. Also, Spain could be given their island territory as well. And then maybe take that for them. May stop that one, yeah. Make sure that they get that so we control access here. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's it. Let's go and enter turn. Just take a peek and see what they did. Japanese have used a bunch of points. Okay, so they puppeted Mongolia, not surprising, and now they're taking territory over here. Okay, so yeah, they're getting all this territory. They've gotten all the north here as well, because it's really, really cheap. Okay, so rather than taking Portuguese territory, I think we should start working on the Soviet Union, guys. Because, yeah, the Japanese are taking territory. It's going to be really expensive for them to take anything that we're occupying. But I think we occupied this and they took it. Now, given it's because it's really, really cheap. So, you know what? Let's try and stop them here, actually. Instead of whatever I did over here. This is so cheap. Let's just stop them from taking any more territory. Or at least up to a point. Like, they can have all this. This is what we'll give them. So we can kind of take the territory all up along here. And yeah, all these are very, very cheap. Although, you know what? I was going to liberate some of this. Yeah, I forgot I was going to liberate some of this. So we'll want to do that then. So yeah, we can take all this here. And that'll stop them from advancing any further. That's 0 points, so might as well take it. But then up along here, I think we want to go ahead and free all these countries. So yeah, we're going to want to... Could satellite them, I suppose. I think it'd be more accurate to liberate them, though. So yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh, whoa. That's weird. It's only 1 point, and yet it stops us from doing anything. Huh. Would that happen if we satellite them? Okay, we could always just free them. I'm not entirely sure why that stops us from doing anything else. Just because we're liberating them? So let's just satellite. You can always free them later. Yeah, because this would not cause any problems. So we want to do the ones that are up along the communist China border here. So Kazakhstan needs to be done. And then I guess we can just do the rest of the stands. Oh, we're out of points. So no, we cannot. That one was very expensive. Alright, so that's not going to be done in this one. So they could take territory here, which would be no good. Alright, well there's nothing to be done about it right now, guys. So let's just do the rest of the stands. And then I guess we could also start liberating territory over here. We're just going to break the Soviet Union up. Free all these countries. As happened historically. So I think that's it for points, guys. We could try and take some low pointage things for like Portugal. See if there's... I mean, really, there's nothing, though. I guess there's more islands. So we can take these for Spain. Yeah, we'll get that territory taken for them. And then anything else? That's it. That's all we got. We can't even get an 8-pointer. Might have to pass our turn, but I'd really like to deal with the territory over here first before we do any passing. Alright, so yeah, British just continue taking French territory over there. Alright, so let's go ahead and liberate, or excuse me, satellite Kazakhstan. There they are. We don't have enough points, so we're going to have to pass. Okay, well that's fine. So that'll give us a lot more points to play around with now. So let's go ahead and satellite Kazakhstan, which is going to be, expensive. And then we'll work on satelliting the rest of these countries so that nobody else can do it. So yeah, we'll just do Ukraine. That's too expensive. That's very, very expensive, actually. There's so many points. We can't do it. Alright, well that's fine for now, I suppose, since we just don't have enough points to do Georgia, which means we probably aren't going to be able to do anything else. Maybe giving Corsica to France. I suppose that's a possibility. Nope, even that's too much. We haven't finished France yet, so we need to do that as well. Alright, well, let's go ahead and enter turn. And we have to do this last one, so... Oh, well, I guess we have 2 more, don't we? Or 3 more. We have 3 more. Alright, well, this is what we'll do. Let's get this territory for France. And then whatever points we have left, we'll try and satellite some more of the Soviet countries here. If there's any ones that we can actually do. Georgia, we can do. So that's it. I'll try and take Portuguese territory for them. We can get the 28 pointers, get the 25, 44, and the 45. What about like 2 20s? Yeah, we can do those 2. Alright, so that's what we'll do for Portugal. And that'll be the end of our turn. Let's see what happened over here. We're going to have to pass, guys. We just don't have the points to do these big expensive ones, which I want to do, which will be Ukraine. And that's probably going to be it. Yeah, I can't do the other 2 just yet. Belarus. Not liberate, we want a satellite. But yeah, I can't do that just yet. So instead we'll continue taking territory for Portugal then. Oh, nope. Looks like that is all we can do. So let's go and enter turn. I guess we could work on taking territory for the Soviets here. See, the Japanese are starting to take this now. Yeah. Okay. So let's just see if we can't get this finished, guys. The Italians are currently the ones with the most points. So yeah, we're going to satellite Belarus, which we can't do, so we'll have to pass. Okay. So let's do this one finally. And so we're done with all that territory. In the Soviet Union, we just need to actually get them their territory. So let's finish up with Portugal then, if we have the points for it. Yeah, we can. All right, excellent. As far as other territory out here, let's go and get them this territory. Portugal, I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. So let's start working on the Soviets, since they have so much territory needs to be granted to them. Crimea is going to the Soviets. I think we're going to give it to... Ukraine, though. Yeah, I think we will. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's find them on here. I know this is going to be more expensive, but I'm going to give it to them anyway. That's 610 points. Okay, so it's something we want to do towards the end then. Yeah, we don't want to do it right now. Instead, we'll just work on doing this Soviet territory around Moscow. Let me just make sure that they don't take any territory on the coast. That'd be wise, since they might do that. You never know. All right, so that's just one pointer there, so we'll take that. And then let's go ahead and try and get this connected here. I don't even think we can give this to Finland. Like, right now they're the ones occupying it, but I don't think we can give any of it to them because they weren't even in the war. They never accepted the call to arms. All right, so if we can't do that, we probably can't do anything else. Let's go ahead and enter turn. All right, so they're continue taking territory in Africa. All right, so let's go ahead and get territory for the Soviets. Try and get them done here. This will probably be the rest of the peace treaty for us anyway. Is just taking the territory for the Soviets. See if there's anything really cheap there. There's a 5-pointer there. Let me see if we can't get this 19-pointer. We can't. How about the 18? Okay, so that's going to be it, guys. Let's go and end our turn. Alright, so the British are the ones with all the points right now. I don't know if everybody has given them points. No, Japan's still in it. Okay. Now, of course, there's still French territory out there. But again, I'm not really going to concern myself with any of the French or Portuguese territory out there. I guess we could finish Syria. Syria's not done yet. So maybe we might want to do them real quick. Yeah, let's finish up Syria. Alright, looks like the British took Lebanon, by the way. Alright, so more Soviet territory. Get them all. Oh, we might have to pass, guys, because we are running quite low when it comes to the points now. So yeah, I think we're going to have to do some passing. Can't even get the 13-pointer. So we are done. And let's just see what they did over here. Alright, so their satellite territory. Let's go ahead and pass. So we'll have some points for taking all this over for the Soviets. And just get this all knocked out. I guess we can finish up back here, just so we got it done. Don't have to worry about it anymore. And looks like that 33-pointer is going to be a little bit too expensive, as will the 6-pointer, so essentially we're done. In fact, it looks like we took a little bit too much. Might be able to get the 6-pointer now. A couple 6-pointers, I suppose. Alright, there we go. So let's go ahead and end our turn. Okay. So Frienda took that territory from Portugal, that little one province territory they had. All right, so let's continue with the Soviets. Again, this is going to be the rest of the peace treaty for us. We're actually going to probably have to pass again. Yeah, we're going to have to pass again. Over here, can't get the 6-pointer, but I tried to get the 12-pointer. Math is hard. So let's go ahead and pass. Yeah, they might not even have anything they can do. Everything might be a little bit too expensive for the AI now. All right, so just about got this filled in. We'll do that one. Looks like that one's too expensive. We'll do the 6-pointer then. Can we get the 9-pointer? We can. Not the 8-pointer though. 7? No. Okay, so let's go and enter turn. See if they did anything. Yep. The Italians took a little bit of territory. I don't know how much territory they've gotten in this peace treaty. Haven't really been seeing the Italians at all. But they did have some points. A lot more than like anybody in our faction did. Nobody in our faction really had very many points at all. Now, they might have given us some. But yeah, it doesn't look like they did. They just didn't have any points. The Japanese have not taken this territory over here just yet. I'm not entirely sure why. They haven't taken it yet. I'm not going to take it for us because that results in some weirdness. So we just need to deal with that, I think. So we need to pass a bunch to be able to get that. But I'm going to try and get it now. Oh, we can. Oh, that's right, because we wanted to get it for... we wanted to get it for Ukraine. Sure, I didn't pass over here. It's 600-something points, so we're not going to be able to do it this time. But I figured we'd check. Yeah. Well, let's go to enter turn and pass a couple times. So we can give this to Ukraine. There we go. So I want to say that means we are done. There's still something, but I think that's over here. And so we're just going to let them they might not be able to. I don't really want to take it for us right now, but I mean, it's super expensive. I don't know why they're not taking it themselves. Yeah, they're not going to take it. Okay, so we have to give it to the Soviet Union. I mean, we knew we were going to eventually do it, like in the next peace treaty, but I wasn't planning on doing it just now, but it is what it is. It results in weirdness, but it doesn't matter because I think it will still be occupied by the Japanese. All right, so let's go and say we're done here. And we'll take a look at the way the world looks now that we have finished the war with the communist. It's a big peace treaty, so it'll likely take a little while to load up, calculate all the effects here. So it did end up going in Soviet hands, and also this went into our hands. Okay, so what happened here is this is in Japanese ownership. Japan owns this, but we're occupying it. Okay, I see. So we don't own it. We're just occupying it. So that's why we can't give it back to the Soviets. So I'm assuming they're going to take all that back. We're going to need to move our units now. So we'll have to get all our armies moved over here. We're moving over to the east, guys, over to the Asian front. Finally, we've been kind of avoiding... Oh, I lost a destroyer there. We've been avoiding helping over there at all as we focused on Europe, and now it's time to shift over to shift our focus over to Asia. The British hold that. Okay, so they'll get occupation of that again. We don't need to do this invasion here any longer. So we'll end that. We'll have to figure out where to put these guys. I assume we're going to want to move them over to the Eastern Front. Yeah, I think that's going to be wise. Let's go ahead and get rid of all the fronts here. We're going to want to do our own fronts. And so yeah, we'll just stop them all from moving. We didn't need to do those guys. This army. Stop them all from moving. We'll set up fronts a little bit later, guys. Because for right now, we're going to have to end the episode here. You see that we got our armies here and they're holding out. But yeah, I don't think we'll be able to advance without some additional invasions. That's okay. We got the Americans launching some successful invasions, and we can always launch our own invasions as well. Also, we need to spend our air experience. We could use that to create a variant. Definitely not close enough to wait to use that for the 1944 planes. So we'll want to create a variant. We'll want to move all our planes too. Get all our planes moved over here to Asia or to the UK front. So all the planes that are currently in this theater here can be moved to one of those two fronts. We will not be helping out down here at all. We'll let our allies take care of the Middle East and Africa. So yeah, we won't do any of that. We'll just be focused on the invasions of the United Kingdom and moving over to the Asian front to start fighting the Japanese. See how much success we can have over there, where the Japanese have thus far been just stomping all over everybody, both factions. We're not gonna bother looking at the casualties, guys. We'll just look at the current war participation. We're at 38% right now. There's no point on really like digging into the casualties or anything, since you know, we haven't really fought the Japanese yet, and not much of that with the UK. I don't think there's too much of a difference there with the casualties. I guess you scroll down there real quick. 496, so we're at almost 220, 219 is what we've caused. But yeah, Britain now controls all of Africa, and it's almost all in their hands as well. So I have a feeling that our side's going to start having a lot of difficulty here in Africa now. Yeah, I think things are going to kind of go against them. But you know, this will be our allies' kind of realm of control here, where they're going to their kind of realm of influence. This is what they'll be fighting in. I'm sure Spain, all of our allies now can go over there and help. I don't know if they've been pulled in yet. Let's just take a look and see if all these countries are involved. It looks like they are all in the conflict. We'll do another call just to make sure. But yeah, they should all be in the war. So you can see that the fascists are facing almost all of Europe against them right now. So that's the current faction situation here. You know, our faction is dominant. Central European Alliance is definitely dominant throughout Europe now. Just the UK really to get dealt with. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's episode. Remember, we will not have another video until Wednesday, and again, I believe that's the 28th. So July 28th is when we'll return on that Wednesday with the next episode. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a vacation here, and I said here at the end of the episode that I'll talk about why we're doing this vacation here in July when we weren't really planning on it. So if you're only here for the gaming, the HOI4 content, then you can go in and bounce, and I'll see you guys again on July 28th. But if you're here and you're curious why we're doing the vacation at the last minute here and not really being able to plan it, it's because my wife, she took that manager job at her work. She works in a pharmacy, and now she's like the manager of the pharmacy. And they were getting like a ton of extra hours in the pharmacy, as well as like all pharmacies, I believe. We're getting like a ton of extra money from the government because of the COVID shots, for the vaccine shots, as well as for COVID testing. And so the government had been giving a lot of businesses, pharmacies, and places that have pharmacies in them, like Walmart or Walgreens or whatever, they were giving them extra money to kind of help with the expenses. Well, that government money has been cut off, and it just got cut off out of nowhere. Like, nobody even knew that was happening, or at least nobody at my wife's pharmacy knew. And so, yeah, it was just cut off, and that means that they had to drastically cut down their hours, and they normally cut down their hours during the summer anyways. We mention that every year. Our pay kind of drops because my wife's hours always get cut during the summer. Once they start doing flu shots, then they pick up again. So they don't normally have a lot of hours in the summer, and so they also lost all the hours they're having from the government funding. And so you combine that, and essentially the whole schedule's screwed. And so my wife had to redo the entire schedule. And what she had planned to do was to like make it so she was working about 30 hours, and then she was cutting everybody else down to like 20 or less, 15 to 20 hours, the most that she could give them. But then she found out from her boss, though, that she can't do that she has to work 40 hours as a manager, as a full-time manager. She has to work 40 hours. She would have had to change the entire schedule and take another 10 hours, where she had already cut everybody down to 15 to 20. She'd have to take 10 from those other people and give them to herself. And so some of these people are going to be getting like 10 or 12 hours for weeks for almost the entire month of July. And so what my wife did instead is decided to take the vacation so that they could, because her hours are actually worth more because she gets paid more, and so that she could distribute those hours to the other workers. And so that's the reason why we're taking the vacation at the last minute here, is just because of, the government funding being shut off for the pharmacies have messed up the whole schedule at my wife's work, and it's the only way she could do it, and other people still have at least some hours. So it was kind of like a sacrifice she decided to make, give up basically our vacation, because we were planning a vacation in September. And so essentially kind of had to give up that vacation so that her coworkers, the people who work under her, could get some hours for this month, because otherwise, again, they wouldn't be getting hardly anything, like maybe 10-12 hours per week. And these are people who normally work like 30 hours, 35 hours, somewhere around there, and to be cut down by a fraction, like a third or half of the hours you usually get. Yeah, you can imagine that would really hit them hard. It certainly would hit us quite hard, because we need all my wife's pay. So just the 10 hours we were losing when we thought she was going down to 30 was concerning, since this has been a rough year financially for us. So yeah, we ended up deciding to do the vacation so that she could do that. And so we canceled the September vacation in our plans there, which I was really excited for, because I was calling it the cheapcation. I was planning a cheap vacation that we could do, that we could go somewhere and do some fun stuff, but on the cheap, not spend too much money. So I had a bunch of plans for what we were going to do, how I was going to save us money. We were going to sleep in our vehicle for much of the trip or whatever. We have an SUV, so we're going to sleep in the vehicle for part of the trip. Our kids are older enough that's possible now. And so we're going to be doing that. I found some cheap hotels as well for certain areas we're going that we could, afford the hotel. And I found ways where we could go places that are fun and expensive, but stay in hotels that are like farther away and just drive, because the gas is nowhere near as expensive as the hotels are there. And so we could still stay in a hotel and enjoy certain places and not cost as much money, because you're not paying for the very high hotel fees there. And so yeah, we were making all these plans, and we were going to be gone for, it was going to be a week and a half in September, and we're going to have our cheapcation, and I was really excited about it, but it wasn't fully planned yet, and because we had months to go. And so now that's canceled, and I'm trying to do something for this, these 10 days. We're going to try and do something. Obviously, can't do the more elaborate plans that I was going to do before, because we just didn't have time to do it, guys. I just didn't have time to plan it out and get places reserved and stuff. So unfortunately can't do what I was going to do, but we're still going to try and go some places on the cheap. Can't give specifics because I'm still kind of coming up with this. I've been doing it all week here, every little bit of free time I have, trying to get this plan so we can actually do something fun and on the cheap, since money here in 2021 has been has been rough. It's been a pretty bad year for us guys. 2020 I thought was really, really bad, but it doesn't have anything on this year, frankly. This has just been a really, really rough year for us. But we also haven't had a vacation for a while. The last time we went anywhere, normally we do our vacation, our 10, 12-day vacation, we just stay at home and do cheap stuff here in town. Go to like the zoo here. The zoo is pretty cheap. Go hiking, stuff like that. Stuff that's either free or really, really cheap. And so that's what we could do this year, just free stuff in town. But man, I was really excited about going somewhere. It's been 4 years, over 4 years now, since we've gone anywhere. It's exciting together as a family. So I really want to do something. So we're gonna try and make it happen, guys. I'm gonna see if I can't get us out to somewhere fun, somewhere not too far, out of state probably. Because again, we could always stay in state, and that's a lot cheaper. But I like to leave Colorado, since we've been doing our vacations here in Colorado for the last 3 years. So yeah, I think we're going to try and make some stuff happen. I'll let you know once we come back from it, since I don't even know what we're going to be doing just yet. We're still trying to get it all planned and find some way to do it where it's, again, really affordable for us. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works out. We'll see. No matter what, it's fun just getting some time off from work and, just not doing YouTube or anything, just relaxing. It's always nice to have that once every year, just not have to worry about anything. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Kids are excited for it. Wife's excited, and should be a good time. Again, I'll let you guys know exactly what we end up doing once we come back from it, or maybe I'll post something on social media. Remember, if you're looking for any links like to our social media, to our Discord, which I'm often on the Discord, probably more likely to post it on Discord than Twitter or Facebook, because I don't really like social media that much, honestly. Like the Twitter and the Facebook and stuff like that, I'm not really into those sites, so I don't use them that much. But I'm on Discord more often. But if you're looking for any links for any of those, the Discord or any of our social media, check out the description of any of our videos. All the links are down below. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and leave off here until July 28th. It's been a fun campaign so far. I'm looking forward to fighting the Japanese and entering into a new theater where the enemy has dominated. Of course, we also had to finish up the invasion of the British, but I do expect this to go pretty smooth, even though there are a lot of British troops here. Remember, we're also getting assistance from the Americans, who are just about done in Canada, and so that'll free up a lot of troops for them as well. Which it does look like it's the majority of the divisions here are the Americans, with the exception of the Dutch front, where the Netherlands has done pretty well here, helped out quite a bit, got some important victory points, like Vancouver. So yeah, they should have that wrapped up. That's going to free up more divisions for the Asian and British theaters. And I assume they might come over here and help in Africa as well, because I don't think they have very many divisions, if any, in this area. So yeah, I'm excited to come back to the campaign after the vacation. I hope you guys have an awesome 2 weeks while we're gone. Feel free to message us on any of the social medias or Discord. So remember, if you like this video, leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on that next episode on July 28th, and thanks for watching.